Prehistory to history, 4 million years ago to 2,500 years ago. Social revolutions, technological and agricultural advancements. Evolution, or is it? Investigating early human history is like putting together a jigsaw puzzle with many of the pieces missing. It is an extremely challenging task to collect, analyze, and interpret all of the evidence left behind from people who walked the earth 5,000 years ago. Basically, archaeologists and anthropologists who study these early humans are detectives trying to draw conclusions by piecing together evidence, like a police officer investigating a murder or a pirate embarking on a treasure hunt. Today, you are going to be an archaeologist and unearth scientific clues that will help you put together the mysteries of human history and evolution. By the time you have finished this PLS, you will be able to 1. Explain the origins, development, and achievements of early human beings. 2. Trace the emergence of modern humans. 3. Describe the impact of the Neolithic Revolution on human survival. 4. Explain how villages grew into cities. 5. List the characteristics of a civilization. And 6. Summarize how geography affected the location of early civilizations. Directions. Complete the pre-test provided to you. If you get more than 75% wrong, you will be required to complete the accompanying program learning sequence, PLS, in its entirety. If you get 75% correct or more, you will complete the segments of the PLS that correspond to the questions that were marked incorrect. After every 7 slides, you will be asked to complete a review for the segment of the PLS. Once you have completed the PLS, you will be asked to complete a post-test on the material learned and/or relearned. While working with this PLS, you will find vocabulary words that are unfamiliar to you. At any time, you can rewind the PLS to this frame and refamiliarize yourself with the vocabulary. Social revolutions is a change in the way humans live, work, and/or survive. Prehistory is the time before written records. Excavating means to dig up. Culture is the characteristics of a group of people. Resembles, looks like. Primary source are first-hand accounts of an event. Hominid are early human-like beings. Agriculture means farming. Ushered means brought about. Primitive, not advanced, and cultivate means to farm. Let us begin. Setting the stage. What were the earliest humans like? Many people have asked this question because there are no written records of prehistoric peoples. Scientists have to piece together information about the past. Teams of scientists use a variety of research methods to learn more about how, where, and when early humans developed. Despite the evidence found and the conclusions drawn from this evidence, the picture of prehistory is still far from complete. Why do people today still ask what were the earliest humans like? At this time, pause the PLS. Take a moment to answer the question. Once you have completed the question, turn the PLS on and proceed to the next frame. Check your answer. If you are correct, move on to the following frame. If you did not get the answer correct, rewind the PLS and reread the frame and answer the question again. Answer for question 1. The evidence collected has not provided enough information because there weren't any written records from prehistory. Congratulations if you got this answer correct. If so, please move on to the next frame. However, if you did not get this question correct, please rewind the PLS and reread the previous frame. Scientists search for human origins. Prehistory dates back to the time before the invention of writing, roughly 5,000 years ago. Without access to written records, scientists investigating the lives of prehistoric peoples face special challenges. Archaeologists are specially trained scientists who work like detectives to uncover the story of prehistoric peoples. They learn about early people by excavating and studying traces of early settlements. An excavated site called an archaeological dig provides one of the richest sources of clues to prehistoric way of life. Question 2. How do archaeologists learn about early peoples if there was no written record? At this time, pause the PLS. Take a moment to answer the question. Once you have completed the question, turn the PLS on and proceed to the next frame. Check your answer. If you are correct, move on to the following frame. If you did not get the answer correct, rewind the PLS and reread the frame and answer the question again. Answer for question 2. Archaeologists learn about early peoples by excavating early settlements. These are called archaeological digs. Congratulations if you got this answer correct. If so, please move on to the next frame. If you did not, please rewind the PLS and reread the previous frame. Archaeologists shift through the dirt in a small plot of land. They analyze all existing evidence, such as bones and artifacts. Bones might reveal what the people looked like, how tall they were, the types of food they ate, diseases they may have had, and how long they lived. Artifacts are human-made objects, such as tools and jewelry. These items might hint at how people dressed, worked, and survived, and how they worshipped. Scientists called anthropologists study culture, or people's unique way of life. Anthropologists examine the artifacts at archaeological digs. From these, they recreate a picture of early people's cultural behavior. Question 3. What are artifacts and how are they used by archaeologists and anthropologists? Answer for question 3. Archaeologists and anthropologists learn about the early people by analyzing artifacts, which are man-made objects like tools. In the 1970s, archaeologist Mary Leakey led a scientific expedition to Tanzania in East Africa. There, she and her team looked for clues about human origins. In 1978, they found prehistoric footprints that resembled those of modern humans, preserved in volcanic ash. These footprints were made by human-like beings. Question 4. What did Mary Leakey find in East Africa? Answer for question 4. Mary Leakey found a footprint that resembled modern humans. At this time, pause the PLS and complete the attached crossword puzzle to review the first set of frames. Primary source. What do these footprints tell us? First, that at least 3 million years ago, what I believe to be man's direct ancestor walked fully upright. Second, that the form of the foot was exactly the same as ours. The footprints produced a kind of poignant time wrench. At one point, she stops, pauses, turns to glance at some possible threat or irregularity, and then continues to the north. This motion, so intensely human, transcends time. Mary Leakey, quoted in National Geographic. Question 5. What did Mary Leakey's discovery in East Africa tell us about early humans? Answer for question 5. Mary Leakey's evidence tells us that early hominids walked upright and that their feet were exactly the same as ours. What does the overlap in the timeline above indicate? Answer for question 6. The timeline indicates that there were several early human-like beings. Some lived during the same time as each other and probably competed with one another for food. While Mary Leakey was working in East Africa, U.S. anthropologist Donald Johanson and his team were also searching for fossils. They were exploring sites in Ethiopia, about 1,000 miles to the north. In 1974, Johanson's team made a remarkable find, an unusually complete skeleton of an adult female hominid. They nicknamed her Lucy after the song Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. She had lived around 3.5 million years ago, the oldest hominid to that date. Consequently, scientists have concluded that humans originated in East Africa, specifically the Rift Valley. Question 7. Why was Johanson's discovery of Lucy significant in explaining human origins? Answer for question 7. Johanson's discovery found the earliest hominid to date, and it indicates that humans actually originated from the Rift Valley in Africa.